Hello everybody and welcome to my top 15 films of 2017. It's amazing to see the type of films that we got in 2017. It was a really diverse palette of films that we got this year, and I am so excited to present to you my 15 favorite films. Now before I start this discussion and this list, I want to let you guys know that this isn't going to be a full review of each film. This is just a list of my top 15 films of the year, and I'll be talking a little bit about each film. It won't be a full review. If you want to see full reviews for each of these films, they're all up on my channel, so go back to my uploads and be sure to see my full thoughts on each and every film. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now it's time for my honorable mentions for the year, movies that were great but didn't make the final cut into my top 15 list. And those movies are Before I Fall, directed by Rai Russo-Young; Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, directed by James Gunn; It, directed by Andy Muschietti; Okja, directed by Bong Joon-ho; Bahubali 2, The Conclusion, directed by S.S. Rajamouli; Hindi Medium, directed by Saket Chaudhary; and Bareli Ki Barfi, directed by Ashwini Iyer Tawari. So those are my honorable mentions of the year, guys, and with those out of the way, let's go straight into my top 15. Starting off my top 15 list, I have A Silent Voice. This is an anime film that was directed by Naoko Yamada that gave an in-depth look at the relationships and friendships, as well as the devastating episodes of bullying that are often associated with the life of an adolescent. This movie wisely understood that in order to create a bond between the audience and the characters, equal importance needed to be given not only to just the interpersonal relationships between the characters, but also to the individual characteristics and personalities of the characters themselves, and gave each character a unique and different voice. At number 14 is the only Indian film that managed to make it into my top 15, Secret Superstar. Affecting and sentimental, Secret Superstar's uplifting and crowd-pleasing plot was elevated by a cast of great actors, headlined by a newcomer actress, Saira Wasim. At number 13, I have The Disaster Artist. This laugh-out-loud hilarious film gave us excellent chemistry between its two leads, James and Dave Franco, but was also a genuinely heartwarming film that had a real respect for the art of filmmaking and just creativity in general. And at number 12, I have Makoto Shinkai's anime film, Your Name. Not only was this movie just a jaw-droppingly beautiful animated film, it was also one of the most shocking and breathtaking animated films of the year, giving us a romantic film with a sci-fi twist that had a real sense of character and emotion. At number 11 is Baby Driver. With a killer soundtrack to match its insane action sequences, Baby Driver gave us one of the most unique genre combinations of the year, action movie and musical. Complete with Edgar Wright's signature style and Ansel Elgort's super suave performance, Baby Driver truly was a ton of fun. Coming in at number 10, we have Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins. Wonder Woman gave us a very classic and simple superhero origin story about the clash between good and evil. However, it was elevated by an absolutely electrifying performance by Gal Gadot, some of the truly most riveting action sequences of 2017, and a heartfelt message that made this old-fashioned story something really enjoyable and relatable for a modern audience. In at number 9, we have Split, a film directed by M. Night Shyamalan that proved that he can not only direct a good film, but also a great one. Additionally, this movie gave us two of the year's greatest acting revelations, James McAvoy and Anya Taylor-Joy. The script for this movie was truly phenomenal. It was equal parts twisted, original, funny, and thrilling, and it was one of those films that I truly enjoyed watching in the theater. And at number 8 is Pixar's Koko. This truly original and imaginative film told an emotional and important story about family and heritage through a fun adventure that was full of twists and turns. And at number 7 is SpiderMan Homecoming. This action-packed, comedic, and emotional film was the exact type of Spider-Man movie that I've been waiting for, complete with excellent performances from both Tom Holland and Michael Keaton. This truly is one of the best iterations of Spider-Man that I have seen to date. At number 6 is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Riveting and truly unpredictable, this movie gave me the exact type of balance I want to see in a Star Wars film, where I got a mixture of both amazingly stunning Star Wars action, as well as the necessary character development needed to take this franchise to new heights. Number 5, I have Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. This movie was a tense, visceral, edge-of-your-seat masterpiece of a film that gave an immersive and harrowingly authentic account and experience of the brutalities and horrors of this battle. Number 4, I have Ladybug, directed by first-time director Greta Gerwig, that gave us one of the best ensemble casts of 2017 in my opinion. And in general, this film was a truly heartwarming, touching, and honestly very magical coming-of-age story that was told in a very unorthodox way, where it relied on authenticity and earnestness to bring out the voices of each of its characters. At number 3 is Blade Runner 2049. This epic sci-fi film gave us a crime thriller full of twists that honored its original franchise's sense of ontological philosophy, but also elevated it with a well-realized sense of emotion. Number 2 is Get Out. Jordan Peele's intense directorial debut was constantly surprising, thrilling, and funny. A horror film layered with timely social commentary, Get Out starts off Jordan Peele's career with a big bang. Now, before I go into my number 1 film of 2017, I want to take time to thank you guys, the viewers, for all your support for my videos. Whether you're friends, family, or someone who I don't know, thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking and commenting on these videos. It means a lot. As of this filming, I am at 37 subscribers and I'm only looking forward to growing more. So please keep supporting and watching these videos, and thank you so much for doing so thus far. And I can't wait to see all of you guys for more movie reviews and more movie related content in 2018. My favorite film of 2017 is Logan. Directed by James Mangold, this audacious film's bleak and dystopian vision was underscored by a sense of rage that was conveyed through its raw and brutal violence that made for some of the most visceral action sequences of the year. Yet despite all of the bloodshed that does occur in Logan, thematic messages of family and redemption were beautifully and expertly interwoven into the film to create an effective roller coaster of emotions, both raw and complex. And while Patrick Stewart and Daphne Keane gave excellent performances, the movie really belongs to Hugh Jackman, whose bare bones and gritty performance in this movie will forever become emblematic of not only his acting career, but also of the titular character. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching my top 15 movies of 2017 list. And again, thank you so much for watching these videos and continuing to like, comment, subscribe, and continue to do all those things. And I will see you guys all in 2018 for more movie reviews, movie related content, movie trailer reviews, and more movie discussion. See you guys in 2018, and Happy New Year.